Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lemmings Plus 3D. Been a while, had a lot going on. Let's just crack on. Where was I? Big Green BIRB. Let's give this one a go. That's a Big Green BIRB, alright. I think I see the exits by the feet. 2 hatches. How many? I can lose 2. Release rate 99. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I've got 1, but that's not very many skills at all. Which direction are these guys facing? I assume they're moving towards each other. It would seem that way. And I think these guys are on the same axis. They are. So, we've got 2 diggers. Oh, what's this? That's water, I think. It is. That's a water tile in the middle of this bird's head. Okay. So, these guys are going to meet in the middle. They're going to dig down somewhere. And then it looks like, well, I need to get them. It's interesting that there are 2 exits here. This seems to imply to me that there is a way to turn everyone facing in one direction. The floater might be a red herring here, or it could be that we expect one lemming to go down before the rest and become a turner, and then as the crowd comes down, I guess you block and send them all in. So I wonder if there's like a thin spot where I can dig with someone that's a lot quicker, like here, than the rest of the crowd go in the middle. But at a release rate of 99, it's going to be real hard to get everyone to fall in one spot, right? Like, these are, yeah, serious chains of lemmings. Like, that's very quick. Doesn't feel like there's very much I can do until they all get over the floor here. This group is way further ahead than this group, which is interesting. Maybe then I wanted the first lemming to hit here to start digging down. Almost feels like I need to get like the lemming at the back to block here instead, and then get the whole crowd to be facing in one direction. Let's try something. It's probably bad, but let's try it. I believe the exit's in line with the legs of the BIRB. So is that the right place to stop this crowd? Yes, it is. So that implies to me that now I should be able to pick on the first guy here and block everyone. Yes. Next thing I'm wondering to do, is it possible to get this guy to turn everyone before he is freed? Not sure what the timing would be here. No, so this has not turned everyone. There's not enough time. within a single dig. So what's happening now? Yeah, see, some of them got turned around, but most of them didn't. Be interesting to see how many. Not very many at all. Okay, so that was... I still think it might be an idea to see if I can get one guy to come down early and set up a turner, but then how do I feel like I need the blocker up here. If there's a guy waiting here turning, he's only going to catch like half of them, because the other half are going to be moving the wrong way. Tricky. I don't think the actual shape of the bird itself necessarily has that much to do with the level, and it's just cute level art, but I could always be wrong. But there's so few skills, there doesn't seem to be anything to do. Next challenge, which I don't think would work, would be to send everyone off the edge. They would all die. Block them here and then like dig down through a foot. But that can't possibly work because one of the two sets of lemmings will... But I have to catch them all inside the one digger pit. And it feels like having one digger go down between the legs caught this group successfully. So that feels like a good thing. So let's try that thing again. Or let's try it. There we go, I've got the first lemming here. We're going to dig this guy early. Now we are going to take the first guy here. Which one is in line with the legs? It's this one. Not the first lemming, that is, though. How did you get past? Something went wrong here. I think I didn't quite catch the first lemming. That's what happened. Which one of these is the correct one? There's this path here. Again, that missed one. So the reason why that happened is because I sent the first lemming down here, when I guess it should have been the second. Also, I'd like to see if he needs a floater. That's why that happened anyway. They're all going to drown, aren't they? Yes, they are. Do you, buddy, need to be a floater? No, you don't. No, that's not correct. Can you cancel this? Oh, you can. That's good. So this is never going to work. But that actually missed most lemmings. A whole bunch of them didn't even hit that turner. Well, that's worrying. Why did that happen? That is because he will only turn ones, I guess, that hit the middle of this grid square. So they all fell on this side, and so he didn't block them. Okay. Or he didn't turn them around. I can, of course, save some pointlessly here. But, of course, most of them have drowned. It does get someone there early, but that's not good enough. The fact that there are 2 exits implies they all need to turn within here. That feels fairly straightforward. Then is it possible that I make the digger become the turner and then someone else digs him out? That's the next opportunity, in which case this is actually probably quite straightforward. So that should be the first lemming, and he's going to become a digger here. Now I would like to take the last lemming here. You're going to become a blocker. And I'm doing that because I want to get a hold of the digger. And you are going to become a turner. There, then when everybody is successfully turned, one of them will start digging. And hopefully that's all I need. It could actually just have always been that simple. The turner, the reason why you're allowed to lose 2 is because the turner has not turned. He's the one moving back and forth there. This is not a very good camera angle. There is no good camera angle, to be fair. Here we go. So you were the guy who was the original digger, and you became the turner, right? Yes, there we go. Cool. So my original idea was correct. I had 2 diggers because I just needed to interrupt the digger. But I guess you had to do that so that you could still select him. Like, was that the trick to that level? I'm not sure. Longboy Part 2. Longboy was the one with the long bash, right? Yeah, ooh, what's going on here? The tunnel is now up instead of on its side. Interesting. Otherwise, this looks very familiar. Is there still... Yep, there's still a death sandpit there. Where is this spring taking them? I assume they are going to spring all the way up here. They are. There is no digger. There is only a bomber. That looks like a death splat. What in the world is happening here? Let's see what happens. I note that there is no blocker. So they do go all the way up here. There's no way to turn them around. It's almost like they all have to be hitting the spring while heading in this direction, so that you can then 1 build and 2 build. So we've got a spare builder. We also have a bomber and a climber and a floater. Okay, so we need to have the lemmings hit the spring from going this direction. Someone has to climb up. Like, we have to somehow get a hole in the wall and then build from that hole in the wall. But we only have 1 blocker, which implies somebody would first have to fall off of here, probably while a floater blow up a hole. Then someone climbs up after him and builds the bridge while everyone is springing up here. Oh my good grief. That's how this appears to me to be what it wants me to do. Yikes. Okay, well, we can give it a go. I think these springs ignore builders, so And because this spring won't work properly, I think you have to be the climber, right? Is the only way this is going to work out. So I need to get ready to blow up this guy. That looked okay, but I guess he just needed to be a floater. So that he doesn't go too far from the wall, I'm guessing. Oh, that didn't quite work as I imagined. I think we could get that to work, though. I think I've got it. I needed to just bomb earlier. Yes, look at that. Perfect. Wait, what happened to my climber? Oh, there it is. So there's my 3 deaths that I'm allowed. This is quite bad. I think too many are going to die because I can't get this built in time. So this looks okay, but it's all happening too quickly. And of course, he drowned there. So I lost one. Too many. This strategy seemed to be the right sort of thing, but it took too long. One too many died coming over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that halfway through? No, it's not. So this whole thing needs to have happened much more quickly. So there's 2 things to do there. Number 1 is that the climber needs to be the first lemming instead of the second, but I think he would get too high up. But like this has to be it, right? Like, what else could there possibly be to do on this level, right? There is nothing else to do. I still think the second lemming has to be the climber here. It's the only thing that makes sense. The one going on the spring is the floater. But he needs to... Maybe he just needs to bomb at exactly the right time. This will be tough. Hey, that was pretty good. Maybe one of the ones that falls here is allowed to be a floater, and the guy who is the bomber doesn't actually have to be a floater. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe I save one of the ones that fall during the initial build. Oh, camera, come on, please. Be nice to me here. There we go. So that's my next attempt. Maybe it is possible to have that tiny gap, and it will work. So the builder is the climber. This guy is not a floater. He is merely somebody who needs to blow up around here-ish. That is too soon, but it is a big enough gap for that. So this looking like it's okay. I was not prepared for that. So he was too early last time, so I needed to bomb him slightly later. Yeah, look at that. Perfection. So I think you could be a floater. Oh. I think I can't assign a floater when they're in mid-air, which is a bit unfortunate. I got like the perfect bomber timing though here, so I don't really want to mess that up. Yeah, look at that. Perfect timing. And one of these will die. And hopefully that is timed. So he ends up at the end of the floater, so that feels good. That feels like this is the right thing to do. And there's my final death. So these guys are all okay. And there we go. Nice and simple. He says these levels are not actually very simple, but they're pretty good. Cold Snap, I think we've got time for one more, unless it's really difficult. Interesting black wall around the level. Simple layout. I can lose 2 lemmings. 7 minutes. Yikes. Well, I say yikes, I've had much longer levels than that. So is this meant to be a submarine, or is it... I think that's meant to be some complex submarine type structure around an iceberg thing. So what's going on? 1 turner, 5 builders, a miner and a climber. And which entrance to the exit? It's over here. So we need a builder here. This deflector block. Camera please, if you may. There's another deflector block. These are unfortunate deflector blocks. It could be that we come along this one, hit that, and we build over this one, possibly. But I have only 1 turner, and these guys are not on a path that leads to any turns. So where else can I go? So let's say we knock them off onto this lower platform. Well, they can't go this way. What's down here? There's a deflector block. That's good. And this looks like a mining structure to be mined out here. Okay. So someone comes along and mines this. He gets there by turning around, building, hitting this deflector block, coming over, mining through here. The turner turns the lemmings this way, presumably after bouncing across here. That's how he gets. And then he turns them all down because they're on a time limit. Whereas the one who's bounced builds, mines. That feels too slow. And then we build over here. So I've got a lot more builders. I've also got a climber, interestingly, and these are climber-proof turners. That implies that there must be a way to turn around a climber much more quickly. An alternative Like, why does this go this way? An alternative is we bring them all down here. One of them climbs up here to turn earlier, and he ends up climbing up this wall onto this structure. And why does that matter? That feels important. We could build over to this structure, you see, and climb up it. But interesting, this is not a climber deflector. So that at least is a way to trap the lemmings at the bottom, which is arguably more important. So, okay. I think I've got an idea here. I hope you followed any of that. You probably didn't. We're going to wait for you to come back, and I'm going to send all of you that way. Not all of you, sorry. The second one. I'm going to let one of you go. The second one is going to send everyone down here. But the first lemming is going to be a climber, so he can turn around more quickly. Meanwhile, you are going to build. So I should have someone far ahead of the rest, yes. So he tried to climb up this deflector block, didn't get anywhere. You are now going to create a safer spot for these guys here by being far enough ahead. You will die, you will climb up this wall and ultimately fall over the other side. You, on the other hand, will, I assume, mine from the top of that ramp. It just feels like it's set up nicely. Come on. Yes, so these guys are all safe. This guy looks like he's ready to start mining. I, at this point, only need 2 builders. But I have 3. One such reason for that is because I need to get the crowd stuck in a loop, so that I have time to come over and prepare the next bridge. That missed. This might be a problem, or it might be fine. I think that's a problem. Yep, so the climber just died, and I don't think these guys can get up here. No, so I did miss with that miner. So let's get ready this time. I think I've understood this level. That is probably too early this time, but we will see. It might be fine. Yes. So, I can't start building with the crowd here. Oh, crap. Don't do that. Oh, no. So yeah, I can't send them this way because they're all going to drown. I need a way to get the miner guy. Maybe he builds to turn around quicker. Can he do that? Can he... I didn't think this was like the original Lemmings where they hit their head and turn around early. But I might be wrong. That might actually be coded in. I was going to seal the loop, but it doesn't look like it's possible. Let's see what we can do here. I thought he would just keep going in this game. Oh, I appear to have gotten him stuck. Okay, maybe there is a way we can get this to work. He seems to have plenty of time before the rest of the crowd come along. I think if I build in the correct place, he could end up in a spot where he turns around and successfully goes back inside the tunnel, but I might have to move the miner. I think that's why there is a bit of a sloped ceiling there, probably. Well, let's keep, I guess, mining from where we always did, but let's get this guy to build a bit later. Will you build at the top of that step? Yeah, there we go. See, I got him to turn around, so the rest of this should be fairly straightforward. Just need to make sure you clear this gap. Clear this block, rather. So I think I need you to start building from here. And not catch a lemming in the background. They are not quite as far away as I would like, but I think I'm good. Yeah, should be good. Now's not the time to mess around with the camera. There we go. Gotta get this just right. Okay, I think I've got this. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. Very good. Good level again. These have all been excellent today. I've been very enjoyed every one of these levels. What's the time? Okay, I think I don't want to risk taking on a new level today. So, yeah, I think that'll be it. I'll see you next time for the outpost. Okay, I'll see you then. Goodbye.